Hello, and welcome to KennyRoy.com. I'm Kenny Roy. This is the Ask Videomail for the week of February 9th, 2015. Welcome to the site to you new members, and welcome back to the old members. The Ask Videomail is your chance to get your question, character animation, or performance answered in a video just like this one, but I need your question if I'm going to answer it. Right? Yes, I do. So please send your questions to webmaster@kennyroy.com. I go through all the questions, and I answer the ones I think will help the most people. There is no such thing as a stupid question, and it is the best way to get the most out of the site. How you doing? I'm doing great. Hope you're doing well as well. Also, in addition to, this has been a little bit of a crazy month for me. I won't go too much into my personal stuff, but I've had family in the hospital. I've had some crazy things happening, and I just I don't know. It's just been really weird, a really weird time for me. So. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to keep things going here on the site. I'm trying to just focus on what I can do and bring the best that I can for you guys. So that's that. There was only one entry for the Anim Gym again last month, and I implore you to take advantage of that resource here on the site. It's the only place in the entire interweb where you can get a professional critique. Or a critique from a professional animator. I don't know how professional the critique itself is. The point is that I'm working, right? So a critique from a professional animator built into the membership on the site. So ostensibly, if you're here, you want to learn animation. And if you want to learn animation, you're doing animation. And if you're doing animation, you want somebody to critique it. So let's put all of those elements together and work together to get the Anim Gym back up to the numbers that we had before at the beginning, where we had like 8 or 10 people submitting. All right. So I'm going to post the topic now. It's a little late. Sorry I waited so long to do it. But my family things have been kind of taken its toll on me. Brand new setup right now. I know it looks like the exact same thing, but there's a brand new setup in terms of microphone and camera position, and the software, I updated it. So also, remember, if you have any comments on the quality or anything like that, let me know. I do want to know what you guys think of what we're doing here in terms of the quality of the videos and everything. So without further ado, let's jump into the question this week. I think you'll like it. A good question. To sort of celebrate, I think this is a great question, and I think that everyone should get their lip sync up to speed. So I'm going to actually put a link for the lip sync workflow. That is one of the first lectures. Please don't laugh at the quality. I was still figuring things out. I'm going to do a link for a free version of the lip sync workflow, so you guys can all get that lecture. If you've never seen it, get that lecture. But the answer to this question lies in the open mouth shapes. Okay, it's not that you don't have a good workflow to check your lip sync. And therefore your lip sync always feels like it's out of sync. It's more than likely you are not taking advantage when you are making your lip sync of the fact that the audience would much rather see a sound before they hear the sound than the other way around. So I'm not sure how much it has to do with the fact that light travels faster than sound. I'm not sure how much it has to do with anything other than the fact that humans, when we're reading lips, or even if you're not purposefully reading lips, when we are seeing somebody speak, the amount that their lips are moving ahead of the sound that we hear is substantial. It's at least 2 frames. So I've heard some blanket advice for doing lip sync from some professional animators that went so far as to say, when you're done your animation, when you're done your lip sync, just move it 1 frame forward and check it. And then move it 2 frames forward. If that doesn't seem like, or if you can get away with that, then you probably want to do it a little bit more. Then move it 2 frames forward. And check which one looks better, but basically animate your entire lip sync and then just move it forward. And that takes advantage of the fact that the audience is very forgiving of seeing the lips move and the sound being just a hair behind. Much more than hearing a sound and then the lips move. Okay, especially and where learning animators get this wrong the most, or the where it's off the worst and the most often, is with open mouth shapes. And now I go into this in the lecture, which I want you all to check out because I'm giving it to you for free. But I'll go into it in depth right now. The beginning of open mouth shapes are always open far before the sound comes out. I'm not talking 1 or 2 frames. I'm talking 1 or 2 seconds. All right? Sounds a little bit weird, but let me give you an example. I'm going to say, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy some cheese. Okay? Now, I'm going to prove for you guys right now that it's almost impossible to open the mouth up too early. Let me see if I can focus this just a little bit better. There we go. I'm going to prove to you that you can almost not open it too early. There's almost no such thing as too early with this. Okay, so let me show you that. Let me prove that to you right now. Here's the wrong way to do it, which is normal and a lot of people do it. Okay, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy some cheese. All right, it probably looked a little bit weird because the fact of the matter is that there is no way to get the mouth closed in time for it to open in time for that open mouth shape to work. Okay. Normally, if the next word that's coming up is open mouth shape, we don't even close our mouth after the sentence. So let me show it to you the real way, and I'll leave my mouth open for a full second. It'll look fine. Okay. Remember the sentence is, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy some cheese. I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy some cheese. All right. Let's do it with 2 seconds. I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy some cheese. In fact, I can come up with a performance choice that warrants the mouth being open for any amount of time. Okay? For instance, if you're afraid you're going to be interrupted, if you're talking to somebody and they look like they're about to speak, here's 3 seconds. I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy some cheese. All right? So granted, it's a weird performance choice and it would be specific for that moment, but if you had that dialogue, don't watch my lips, just listen to my words right now. I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy some cheese. If that's what the dialogue that you're listening to sounded like, most people would animate it, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to buy some cheese. Right? That's how most people would animate it. But if that was what you're hearing, or any open mouth shape, I just want you to know I love you to death, or whatever. Okay? Here's 5 seconds, like really, really, really long. Now I'm gonna have to justify this with a very odd performance choice, but if this was the performance choice that you're hearing in dialogue and there's an open mouth shape at the beginning of the sentence or the beginning of the phrase, then leave the mouth open. Okay? I'm gonna go to the store and I'm going to buy some cheese. All right? Most people, again, listening to that, forget the way my mouth is working. I just want you to know I never loved you. Right? Most people would go, I just want you to know they would get that right, that facial performance with the, the very, very, very intense, sadness and that depth there and that subtext and all that. I just want you to know, I never loved you. That's the way most people do it. And think about this. That phrasing of it, where it's like totally separated and delineated, would probably, in sort of like this weird reverse way, influence your body performance. If you were thinking about those things like as two separate things and the mouth isn't open, so the mouth closes, you would probably do some sort of like thing with the body. For instance, I just want you to know, I never loved you. So that was to support like what my mouth was doing. But if you know how the way or the way that we do hang our mouth open for those open mouth shapes, then you might actually pick a better performance choice, which kind of like shows a little bit more of like maybe the decision-making process. Do I tell this person right now that I never loved them? Is now the time to finally break this to them? All right, so here's that performance choice. And it's not possible without that open mouth, okay? I just want you to know, I never loved you. Okay, you see that? So, to take this all the way back, no, there's no other way, there's no workflow for checking lip sync. You have to watch it at speed or it's useless. But you always want to, if anything, you want your movement in your lips to be ahead of the sound. And especially open mouth shapes need to come very, very early. They need to be insanely early, okay? Especially open mouth shapes. So that's my advice, all right? So guys, go ahead and enjoy the lip sync lecture. The link is below this video. It'll take you to the store, but the price is $0. So it should just let you sail through checkout with no problems. Okay. So I appreciate everything you guys do. Keep on sending in those questions. I love receiving them. That's the address to send them to. I'm Kenny Roy. This has been fun. Good luck with your animation. As always, rock on.